Hey guys, so as of recording this video, it's October the 3rd, Sunday night, and as I am basically ending the weekend, finishing up the weekend, I just wanted to record this short video to reflect a little bit on the last 6 months because actually, as of September the 30th, so just a few days ago, that actually marked the time that I had completed my first 6 months on the job in working at my first full-time job ever ever basically. And so it's been a very long road. 6 months, it's honestly, I wouldn't say it flew by, because there were definitely challenges and bumps along the road along the way. But that being said, it has I am very glad that I've been able to accomplish this mini milestone, so to speak, even if it is just finishing up and being able to survive my first 6 months working at a job post graduation. But yeah, in today's episode, I did really just want to do a little bit of reflection and piece a little bit together in terms of advice on those things which I think helped me to basically survive and grow, especially across the last 6 months. And to share across with you guys, especially for those of you just entering the workforce today, or even for those of you who have been in the workforce perhaps for a few months or a few years now, to share across on those tips that I personally was able to either learn or receive from my bosses, mentors, and the people that I met along the way. And hopefully, what I learned would help you in your journey in acclimatizing to the professional life, to working life in general as well. Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. My name is John. If this is your very first video and if you are new to the channel, then a really huge welcome to you. I'm so glad that you actually clicked on this video and that you are watching along, hopefully till this point at least. And if you are actually a returning viewer or a subscriber already, then thank you very much for supporting this channel and also supporting my videos. Hopefully you'll enjoy this piece of content today as well. But if you are new, then just a little bit of a rundown on what we do here at this channel is that basically I am a full-time brand marketeer over the weekdays. So what that means is that over the weekdays from Mondays to Fridays, I help to manage the growth as well as the health of a brand. But while I do that over the weekdays, over the weekends, I manage this YouTube channel where I share across on the triumphs and the challenges and the learnings that I have in my work. I share across on the joys of downtime and hobbies, and honestly just anything else that I pick up along the way, maybe a book or scrolling through YouTube videos even perhaps, that hopefully helps to add value to both your own as well as to my life. So whatever helps to add value towards your life, I'll aim to be able to share across that information to you. And so back to the topic of today's video, right? I did just really want to take this short time since it's Sunday night. The work week's gonna start in I guess less than 12 hours from now. But yeah, I just wanted to take this time to share across on the learnings that I had over the last 6 months in my work, the learnings I picked up from my bosses, from my mentors, as well as just from my everyday experiences. And yeah, in today's video specifically, I wanted to share across with you guys three learnings, three considerations, I guess, to keep in mind as you're heading into the workplace. And hopefully these tips, these suggestions would help you, especially if you are trying to just adapt your lifestyle or acclimatize to the working culture, especially if you just graduated, you're still having those student vibes, you're still trying to adjust from moving from student life to working life. And yeah, so hopefully what I'm about to share with you would help in that sense. Okay, so tip number one: set a cutoff time for yourself and try your best to stick to it. And right at the beginning, I want to say I know it's tough. I know it's definitely very, very tough to set a cutoff time for yourself and to stick to it, right? And some context, I guess, for what I mean by setting a cutoff time is basically setting a time for yourself on a daily basis by when you're going to say, that's it for today. I finished my work. That's all the work I'm going to do for today. Let's shut down my laptop. Let's go home, or if you're working from home, then let's just shut off my laptop, take a breather from the day, rest, recharge, relax, and we'll continue whatever needs continuing, whatever needs finishing up in terms of work the next day. And so I know it's very, very tough to set up a cutoff time, but I think that it's also something that you want to at least strive towards doing and strive towards setting for yourself. And what I mean, and why I say this is because, well, I think this was one of the very, very first suggestions that one of my mentors actually gave to me. One of my bosses gave to me quite early on. And I think the value of this piece of advice, this tip, is really just in a sense of helping you to keep your keep and maintain that work-life balance, so that you don't let work necessarily override and just take all the time away from your personal life, because there needs to be that balance in terms of work life as well as personal life, in terms of being able to save that time, to have that time available so that you can actually just relax, de-stress, as well as take a breather from all of the work of the day. That time is vital. That time is necessary for you to be able to just maintain your mental, your emotional well-being, as well as also perhaps making that time available so you can even take care of your physical well-being and get in some exercise as well. Okay, so I know starting off that setting a cutoff time can be very, very difficult just practically, right? Setting that cutoff time, whether it be at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., or 8 p.m., it can be difficult to set a cutoff time and to stick to it. But at the very same time, I think it's just valuable to at least try to set a cutoff time and then strive towards keeping to it, or at least keeping to a reasonable range within around that cutoff time, right? And that's also because just that you're trying to make a commitment to yourself personally, and you're trying to basically arrange and organize your day such that at the very end of it, you have those few hours left in the day that you're able to invest back, that you're able to spend on yourself, to care for your physical, mental, as well as your emotional well-being. And so while it's difficult to always stick to any single cutoff time, I think in work, and personally for me, it's not like I've been able to stick to any one single time, but I think that as I've progressed month by month, I'm at least now trying to allow for a better work-life balance for myself, such that I end work a little bit earlier so that I'm able to have those few hours left in the day to spend it on caring for my well-being, basically. Okay, so if my first tip, my first suggestion for surviving your first 6 months on the job and to basically adjust to the full-time working life is to set a daily cutoff time for yourself and to strive your best towards keeping to it, then my second tip, my second suggestion is to basically find good people to rant to. And what I mean by this is that I think that when you're first starting off work, and when you're adjusting to everything that goes with undertaking and taking on a role, whether it be executing the role, that role specifically well, whether it be learning all the processes that come with joining a new company and joining that new role, or whether it be just in terms of generally adjusting from the student life to the professional working life, something that I'm still really trying to do right now, or a process that I'm still undergoing right now. I think that one tip to help with this entire process is to find those people, those colleagues at work that you genuinely trust, or basically people that you believe genuinely care for your well-being, and people who want to support you and who want the best for you. it's basically a good thing if you're able to identify those people, to find those people, and to reach out to them when you need that help, and when you need that support, or when basically you need someone to rant to, whether it be about your struggles, your challenges, your experiences. And of course, while I think renting doesn't necessarily and why I would say that renting doesn't necessarily always translate towards a direct solution, or it may not translate towards a direct solution. Um, I think that it's just a good way to vent and to release all of the stress that you're feeling, and to also perhaps at the same time just get that that encouragement, especially if the people that you're renting to have been in similar positions towards you, or perhaps that they're more experienced and and therefore they're able to also give you some guidance and some support along the way. Okay, so my final tip, my final suggestion for basically surviving your first 6 months on the job is one that I actually got from one of my mentors, one of my bosses actually. And it may sound a bit unorthodox, but it's actually to find something outside of work to do. And why I personally found this tip quite valuable for me in my personal experience over the last 6 months is because I think that whether it be in the form of a hobby or a passion project, just carving out those few hours each day or over the weekends, perhaps you'll be able to carve out more hours there, and investing it into this hobby, into your passion project, it does help to, at least for me, help me to cope with I guess acclimatizing to working to a full-time job. It does help me to cope with adjusting from student life to working life. And honestly, it is quite fun, I think, to just invest your time towards a project outside of work, that you can focus your energy towards, and invest your energy towards as well. And of course, for me, one of the passion projects that I work on outside of work is this YouTube channel where I create videos and share across on my work life experience, on my downtime experience, and even just looking back, while I've only just created this YouTube channel, I believe this would be my 8th video actually. And so just looking back, I've actually been able to, looking back, I'm able to say to myself that over the last 2 months, I've been able to create and release a video consistently each week. And so while my ambition would be to basically be able to grow this channel more into the future, it's a personal accomplishment, I think, that I've been able to create for myself, something that I'm proud of doing as well. And so I think for those of you who perhaps want to create their work-life balance and want to have projects outside of work to focus on as well, then perhaps this is just a suggestion for you to consider, and the benefit may be something that you need to discover for yourself, because honestly, when you consider doing passion projects outside of work, the reasons could be just that you want something to de-stress from, you want something to take your mind off of work perhaps, so that you're able to just rest your brain and then go back and invest your time back into your work with a more clear-headed mind perhaps. So the reasons for why you want to do this, I think these are reasons that you might need to reflect on for yourself. But at the very least for me, it's been helpful for me to have this passion project outside of my work, just to help me cope with acclimatizing to the full-time working life as well. Okay, and that's a wrap. So those were the 3 quick tips, suggestions that I just have for you guys today. For those of you just entering the working world, for those of you perhaps who have been in the professional life for quite some time already, but just want some tips and some suggestions on how to better adjust and acclimatize to the full-time working life. I definitely hope those suggestions were useful for you guys, but let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed the content today, if you guys found these tips useful, or have tips of your own that you would want to share with the rest of us on how you're able to acclimatize and basically do your best in the full-time professional working world, so to speak, then definitely do let us know in the comments below. But otherwise, if you guys enjoyed the content today, then definitely do leave a like. And if you want to see more content similar to this in the future, then definitely do subscribe as well. Other than that, take care, you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good weekend, you guys. Have a good week ahead.